We're here when the game's actually started. So I will be taking some notes throughout this just for the sake of my own post-game recap. So I apologize if I have to disappear for a second. I'll try to talk as much as I can. But of course, it's also my job to watch this game and absorb it so that I can talk about it. But looking forward to watching this game together with you guys. Obviously, we went with the Lakers game because it's the fucking Lakers. It's free views. You just got to do it. I hate it. I feel like a whore every single time, but you got to do it. Yeah, Rudy is heading out. He was just staying to help me. Everybody say bye, Rudy. Love you, Rudy. He's not going to see it, but just for me. He'll look. He will look. Anytime you guys say nice things about Rudy, he's like, oh my God, they love me. Luka banks in the three-pointer, naturally. I think that was over Ant. Kick out McDaniels. Doesn't hit his first three. Is that a sign of danger to come? Whoa, Luka, chill the fuck out. What a pass. Hopefully your game is synced enough up to me, otherwise this might end up being infuriating. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Randall airballs the three. I think he wanted the foul. Rui misses it, but got the foul. You're all right, man. You're fine. Oh my God, I have a million tabs open. No wonder this shit was lagging so hard. That was my mistake. What the fuck? This is indeed a good start for the Lakers. For the sake of, actually filling some of the dead air, if you guys want to ask me questions, it does not have to be related to this game. I like answering questions because it is great for my ego. Thank you for providing me countless entertainment over the years from Virgin Gamer League Official. I appreciate that, Virgin Gamer League Official. See, we're a family. I said your name twice. That's how it works. Your content in the past 3 to 4 months in particular has been great. I really appreciate that. I got on mood stabilizers. Like, the reason that it's better and more frequent is because I simply just do my job more because I don't regularly want to die. That's a very good way to quell bad performance. Is just do drugs. That's my endorsement. Ever since your video about you being bisexual, I feel like you're dressing better. That's funny, but I think I've been dressing better ever since I came out. When I did, like, I literally was just the worst dressed person until I was like 22, and that lines right up with me coming out. Little Rusty Buckets has been a revelation. Thank you. I am enjoying this. I enjoy being more unfiltered. I enjoy talking about some other shit. Free Palestine. Just gonna throw that out there real quick. Earn my woke points. Where did this idea for this channel come from? Like, when did I decide to do it? We actually had the idea for this channel months and months ago, but we have this chronic issue, and this relates to me regularly getting, sick or mentally sick, that is, and just not being able to handle existing for too long. And whenever that happens, it's helpful to just have an outlet to get something out as quickly as possible. But we also do this thing where we're so focused on having like keeping up with the schedule so that we can keep afloat, and then I just end up not doing shit that I would like to do. Like someone asked about the Clippers Nuggets game. I will be doing a recap for it. Unfortunately, it did have to wait. It did have to wait for tomorrow, but I will be talking about it. When is the Rusty Movies channel dropping? Technically, it was already a thing, but I don't have I don't have the motivation to actually write a script for that. I don't have the time or the mental bandwidth. Like, after I've spent my entire day writing and talking, I don't really want to do that. Why aren't you a fan of your local team? I don't have a local team. I live in a state that doesn't have an NBA team, and I have my entire life. That's why. Do I script all of my videos? A lot of Rusty Buckets, formerly also Rusty Buckets, and all of Little Rusty Buckets videos are entirely unscripted. Just wondering, did you delete all the older videos on your main channel when you rebranded? No, I did not. All of those videos are unlisted, and all of the series, all the playlists that they're in are still available. So you can click on the playlist and go watch old videos if you really want to. That was a tough 3. Luka's been getting to the line pretty damn effectively. Is that Rudy Gobert's second foul? Oh, yeah, I know he got to the line or got to the rim on him earlier, so I thought they might have called it. But I saw that as I was putting this shit together. It's Minnesota 2-8. Man, I'm gonna try to balance talking while I'm doing these notes and shit, but there is a lot of not a lot of options. So I'm very bad at talking and writing at the same time. It's maybe my least good doing 2 things at once ability. Jesus, I sure said that well. Who's your favorite basketball YouTuber other than yourself? Kofi, probably. I watch everything that Kofi does. I really like a lot of Nerd Sesh's videos, a lot of the breakdowns. That video that I recommended on, I don't remember which game it was. I think it was Rockets Warriors. But his game, Carson Breber, his breakdown of one game from every era, excellent stuff. I really don't think I would have written a word in that script differently. And I'm the very last person who thinks that. I always think things can be improved. But like, I couldn't have written as well as he did. But Kofi is dope. I like Carson Brever, and I like the Nerd Sesh podcast in general. When they do content that is actual film breakdown, that's great. And then Hoop Venue is really good. So they're like, I like to watch guys that I actually feel like I can learn some stuff from. Kofi's more of just a vibe guy. Like, I just fucking love the vibe of Kofi and all of his videos. He's a super chill guy, but I don't. And he seems to watch my stuff too, which is nice. Nice. I'm looking good as fuck tonight. I'll have you know I look good as fuck most nights. I have been having some good beard days, though. Those are sometimes hard to come by. My shit gets scraggly, especially when I'm losing my mind. Will you post this video after stream? I'm thinking of just editing out the first couple of minutes of me being an idiot, and then after that. Wow, 3 out of the 4 people you just mentioned were white. You got me. I've actually enjoyed Legend of Winning's commentary recently. It's been fine for the most part, but I think he's gotten better at it, as I feel like I have. For those of you who've been around for years, I appreciate that, but I don't think I would have subscribed to myself until a couple, like 2 years ago. That's about it. New subscriber here. Curious if you bet on these games at all. I like keeping my money, so I can't say that I do. I get it, though. I went through a phase. Sorry, I got distracted by Taylor Rooks. I went through a phase where I'd sports bet, but I only ever fucking lost the money. So, oh shit, Rusty's live. Finally catching a stream of yours, bro. I don't stream ever. Last time I did this, I hated it, but it's because I was trying to do 2K at the same time, and that's just not good. Clayton Crowley is goated. I think I watch him. I might have remembered his name. Yeah, the Making the Case guy. I watch him. His stuff's good. Opinion on the Australian election, I'll be honest, dude, I'm not good with international politics. That's a reason why I didn't want to do politics outright on this channel, because I am too unaware of the rest of the world to like actually like do that commentary well. I can talk about American domestic issues because it's ones that I live with, ones that I understand, ones that I see reflected in the people that I talk to regularly. You should get on the State of the League pod. Your woke humor would match theirs really well. State of the League. My problem is, and I mean no disrespect, sometimes I just don't fucking know. I don't know people's things, like shows and podcasts and whatever. I do see what's his name? A thumbnail here that has Matthew McConaughey from True Detective, a truly goated season of television. So that is interesting. Someone asked about movie shit earlier. I think I'm gonna do a video on here soon-ish on this channel where I just talk about Daredevil Born Again. Excuse me. That's the thing that editing covers for me a lot. I burp all the time. I burp so much. It's a problem. So you're going to have to get over that if it happens. Yeah. That's the annoying part. Even if you're not American, what goes on with you guys affects us all, sadly. Well, I'm very cognizant of that. And I think the American not understanding of being disliked, that is perplexing to me. Like, if you just listen, if you just talk to anyone from another country, especially like a country that's not a bunch of other white people. Yes, I know Jokic Joe Star. I really love his tweets. I'm not a big short form content guy, and I watched his podcast shorts, but like I haven't seen like his TikTok and stuff because I had to delete TikTok to save my brain. But yeah, he's great. His stuff's great. I love his jokes. He's also like the most woke basketball YouTuber other than me, so that's good. People talking about stop drinking so much pop. First of all, it's called soda. Second of all, I don't drink soda that often. Like maybe once every couple of days. That's about as far as it goes. Can't believe you brought sports into my politics channel. That's actually what I was afraid of. I was like, I want to make sure I'm refreshing the politics thing enough so that there's not too many people who come here not expecting that. Daredevil is goated. Yeah, I want to talk about Daredevil Born Again because it's a very perplexing season of television. There is a lot of man, I have fucking ADHD. The other thing that a stream reveals about me is how often I forget my train of thought. It's really bad. And I'm trying to look at this chat and watch basketball at the same fucking time. But yeah, Daredevil's fucking dope. I love Matt Murdock as a character. I think he's awesome. And the first show is goated. It's the best thing that the MCU has ever made. It's not really even that close in terms of just like singular seasons of television, seasons 1 and 3, better than anything else. You can see where the reshoots were done in it. Yeah, that's the thing about it, is reshoots were very obvious. There were episodes that were good, and those were the ones that were reshot, and there were episodes that were bad. Man, it's crazy what happens when Minnesota isn't hitting a billion three-pointers. He might be better at commentary than Reggie Miller. Yeah, I mean, that's not a very high bar. They're doubling Ant like crazy. Yeah, I was shocked at how little they double teamed him in the first game. LeBron screen. Dorian takes the midi, hits it. That's a good sign because his first quarter was fucking awful in game one. Damn. Wow, offensive foul. Man, LeBron playing defense, dude. It's actually crazy. Who's your GOAT NBA commentator? I mean, it's got to be Mike Breen or Kevin Harlan. It's pretty much those two. Just for me in basketball, I can't speak to commentators on other sports. Luka wide open. Bang. I am a little worried by just how much Luka is scoring, because like that was what was winning them the game in the first time around, or what kept them in the game was him cooking. Like other people are doing it, but I just hope they don't need this type of volume the whole way through, because I don't know if he's actually gonna hold off on, or he's actually gonna maintain the momentum throughout the rest of the game. Relying on Luka like this ain't sustainable. Yeah, if the Lakers do lose this series, I'm definitely going to make a video about Luka ball and why like heliocentrism is just not good. And like I really liked when he first got there and they were doing a lot of off-ball action. Like that is Rudy, stop fucking texting me. I'm trying to pay attention. I don't need distractions. It's fine. I do not watch other sports. I do watch college football, or at least I did, but I can't say that I'm all that interested in watching college football after Nick Saban has retired, because I was an Alabama fan. I know, boo me all you want. The irony of that is not having anything with the Chicago Bulls my entire life, but caring more about basketball. But then, dude, I'm too distractible for live streaming. I think that's the problem. Heliocentrism is scientifically illiterate in all cases. Is that so? Is that so? We got a flat earther in the chat, everybody. Let's go. The scoreboard is not messed up. There's a commercial. Wrong button. Just make sure this is all set up right. Yeah, you're just going to see the bottom of a commercial for this. I'm an Auburn fan and I'm disappointed in you, Rusty. That's okay. You could never be more disappointed in me than you are with your team when they play us. So, at least, then. Now, probably free reign because the new guy didn't pick up the slack, and I felt like, I think the reason Saban retired is Alabama was already starting to slip. It felt like they weren't going to do it again that soon. Rusty, do you have a YouTube channel? No, it fucking sucks. Why would you have a YouTube channel? Who wants to hear what you think? That is definitely my biggest insecurity with this job. Is every once in a while I'm like, who gives a shit what you think? But enough people do. I just have to remember that when people are being mean to me. It's all good. I need to focus on the stuff I love about this job and not the bad. Great rim protection. Was that Luka and LeBron coming together to stop that layup by Reed? Oh boy. They're going to attack this, and I don't know. That's a decent contest. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that possession, dude. I know Luka's hot, but can I also say this? I've never understood the guard in an ISO against a big man. So he's like, wow, this means that I get a clean look at a pull-up jump shot right in his fucking face that he's going to contest well anyways. It's not a good... That doesn't make it a good shot just because a big man's on you. There you go, Reeves. Great defense all quarter. Nice pass. Man. All I know is I will be talking a lot of shit. I will be talking a lot of shit after all the people thought it was uncomfortable. What if people glaze you to an uncomfortable degree in the other direction? That does happen. That does happen. I really hate when people talk to me like I'm George fucking Clooney, or who's another good example, or like I'm JJ Redick. Like that's an equivalent. Like I know as much as I know, and I've done a great job in expanding my my knowledge, and I think my commentary is much better and professional level good. But I'm not JJ Redick, and I'm also just a guy. So anytime that happens, it is a little bit off-putting to me. I appreciate those of you who love the stuff. Just don't be I don't know. Don't glaze. I don't need it. I got people in my life for that. I don't need you to. I appreciate it though. Streaming side is behind. That's going to be completely dependent on your point of view. First of all, there's already a delay on the stream itself, and then also you might have a slightly different connection than I do to the game. So sorry about that. It's just going to be the way that it is. The buzz cut suits you better. I don't like my hair right now. I got to stop sticking with the medium stuff. The problem is I fucking hate the growth period in between getting it to long hair. I would like to get it to long hair, but when it starts to get long, it gets unkempt, but it's not long enough to look good. So I just hate it. I'm just I get this off of me. So I don't have the patience to actually get to long hair, but I do think that it would be a good look on me. God damn. 13-31, bro. Ugh, every time I fucking see Lakers home games, I'm just so sickened. I'm so disgusted by the yellow of the jerseys. I need to color correct my TV to be more warm tones just so it can improve this trash. Luka has Rudy on an island. Step back three, all the space in the world. He missed it though. Go full woke with with hippie hair. um. Oh shit! They started playing more. Where am I from? I am from Alabama. You don't hear me mention that much, but that's why I'm an Alabama fan, technically. I'm not proud of the state where I'm from, and I've never particularly loved the area that I've lived at any point in my life, and including where I live right now. Hopefully, that will be changing in a year or two, something like that. I'd like to move to a city that I want to live in forever. The Portland, the Portland Portland is a team that I would like to, a city that I would like to move to. I'd also like to live somewhere where an NBA team is close. I have one 4 hours from me, but that's not quite the same. Y'all ain't ready for Rusty with cornrows. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do that. The GOAT cereal, I mean, this is kind of like, I'm trying to think of a sport that it's so obvious who the GOAT is. Yeah, but the GOAT cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Even if you, like, it's like not liking pizza to not like that, so. Portland is cool. That's where I want to live, too. Yeah, I also like the idea of Seattle. I just like that area of the country. I like the vibe of the nature, and like it's a left-leaning place. And I have a lot of people who would be affected by a red state, and I live in a red state right now. So I'm trying to get away from that as well. I don't have any of my personal liberties in danger, but there are people who I love and care about who do. I am. I don't know. Maybe they'll start coming from everybody who's an outspoken leftist and a defender of Palestine, advocate for Palestine, anyways. Yeah, Seattle is cool. Seattle would be cool. My dad lived in Seattle for a bit, and he talks favorably about it, even though he was fucking dead broke. I want to move back to Atlanta, man. Atlanta is another city that I found interesting. Rusty, thoughts on people who like pineapple on pizza? You know, I am the last person who can tell people that their food taste is bad because I have a very people say autistic. I don't know what it is, but I think it's ADHD. I think I literally need to be entertained by food to eat it. Like I need to actively be enjoying it. So I eat things that have like very strong flavor and like I have some basic bitch taste. Damn, Gabe Vincent. No way. No way. Yeah, that's Vando. That's Vando. It's some cool shit. You have ADHD. I have god awful ADHD. I think I have it worse than anybody else. I don't I don't actually believe that, but Jesus, on the spectrum of how bad you can have ADHD, I have it as bad. Lakers in 5 type time? No. I thought this was going to be a 6-game series before game 1. I don't know. I think that's still very reasonable, but we'll see. I need the Lakers to lose. Here's the thing, dude. This isn't fair, but when it comes to my enjoyment of the game, it does get impaired by my job enough where see how I'm getting distracted right now? There's too many fucking takes in this. Someone had a comment that I was gonna reply to. It's crazy. Sorry. I don't know what I was saying. Does Trae Young and Devin Booker as a duo intrigue you? No. Can we talk about how cooked Milwaukee is against my Pacers? Yeah, remember how I said Damian Lillard returning wouldn't matter because he wouldn't be good? Maybe he can turn it around in Milwaukee, but it definitely didn't start that well. Finish your sentence. I can't. I forgot what the first half of it was. Don't you understand? I do not remember what I was saying. I forgot halfway through me saying it. It's just the way that it is. That's another thing that boosted my productivity and content, quality. Adderall is a hell of a drug. Rusty, stop cussing. It scares me. As much as I cuss in my YouTube videos, it's not even fucking... I just did it again. It's not even half as bad as what I do in my real life. So, sorry. This is me just being entirely unfiltered. The Lakers winning is important for your job. That's what it was. Yes, the Lakers winning is important for my job because they're a high-ticket team. They get views. They're a money-printing machine. A Lakers video is a well-performing video pretty much by default. So that is awesome. And also, I personally, just from a personal standpoint, whenever I dig my heels in a lot to a team being very good, then if they end up not being good, then I feel dumb about that. So that's why I was really worried after the... All you've done is recommend drugs to solve life problems. Guess what, dude? I don't have the answers to life. I am a 25-year-old who has been a YouTuber since I was 16. I have a terribly ignorant worldview. And I've gone to therapy. It didn't make me stop having attention deficit disorder. So thank you. But no. Realigning ADHD people as my part-time job. Trust me. Yeah, I get it, dude. My girlfriend, her job when we're having conversation is I'm like, can you just make sure to, I'm keeping a head on my shoulders. I'm paying attention to what the fuck I'm saying because I will just be yapping and randomly drop it. There you go, Julius. Julius Randle's playing all right. $35? Oh, man, I mentioned my age, and now you guys are making fun of me. It's a tale as old as time, a tale as old as me. Thank you. Thank you. Gabe Vincent just foul baited, and they called it against him. What a fucking concept. Dude, Reggie, stop fucking advocating for that to be a defensive foul. What's wrong with you? No one wants that at all. God. Someone said the other day, you really hate Reggie Miller, don't you? And I'm like, I think I do, but I don't fucking want to. I enjoy that Reggie Miller is a weird player with a fun history, who's a weird-looking guy with a weird-ass jump shot. Everything about him is unique, and I always care. I love players who have a uniqueness to them. And yet, Reggie Miller is ruining it with commentary. I like him, the player, a lot, though. If they did that to Brunson, he'd be out of the league. No one else said they're 35. I think they meant me. And guess what? All it takes is one. That's all a mean comment takes, man. You should change this channel to Lil Rusty Buckets. Problem with that is I don't want people to think I'm trying to rap. We thought about it. We did debate that. LeBron's feeling the mid-range game. That's a good move. Dude, Julius Randle's actually cooking. I often get annoyed when he takes the jumpers, the fadeaway jumpers over the small guy. But it was a really short fadeaway jumper. Like, it was close. So, I'll allow it. Change it to Rusty Buckets as well. I think we also we also did something like that too. Rusty, can we please say Shea is the best player in the world? He's about to be MVP and Finals MVP this season. Well, the thing about that is, first of all, he'd have to do it, and the second thing about that is that he wouldn't be the best in the world just because he did that. I'm sorry. Have you been listening to Mind the Game? I have. I think they've been dropping the ball on the presentation, the runtime, and some of the titles and stuff. Like, I can't help but look at that stuff just from a YouTuber perspective and be like, guys, you just make a couple small changes, and I think these would perform a little bit better, because they definitely have not performed nearly as well ever since the switch to Steve Nash. Rusty, are you growing out your hair for a mullet? No. I've always thought I could rock like a shoulder length, like a Kurt Cobain length hair. That's about as far as I would go with it, though. My boy Not Zay is in the chat. He says Rusty Buckets. Everybody say hi to Zay. Good dude. Love Zay. Love chatting with him. JJ was better, I think. Yeah, JJ was absolutely better. At the same time, I think the positive of it is that it's a more mutual conversation rather than JJ Redick basically being like a point guard setting up LeBron. Ironically, the difference between the players there, but the Nash content is better than JJ. That's a take. The other thing is, like, they aren't digging into the X's and O's concept. Why does Luka's knee always fucking bleed? What is with Luka's knee and bleeding? Why is your knee always bloody? I don't understand. Like, seriously, what's that about? Chronic bloody knees? That's not a fucking thing. The fun part about the building we work in is that there is a concert venue right next door. So you guys probably can't hear it, but there's music playing. I watch a lot of NBA games with a rumbly ass building from the local music being played. LeBron, 3-pointer. LeBron. They should add the bloody knee to 2K at this point. Don't ever sing that again, Rusty. Have I ever had a fan interaction in real life? Plenty of times. Plenty of times. I've probably met, other than when I went to the, I think they changed the show name, but it was formerly Through the Wire. I went to a live Through the Wire podcast when they were in Summer League. They had Jalen Duren and Cam Whitmore on, and they gave me a shout for being in the crowd. And afterwards, like, there was like 20 people who wanted to meet me, and it was fucking awesome. It was truly like an eye-opening experience for actually making those numbers real. But over the years, ever since like 2021, when I first started to blow up during COVID, so I was wearing a fucking mask all the time. Like, people didn't see my face in public very often, and I'm also a very recluse individual. I don't be going outside very often. How am I watching this? It's on YouTube TV. The scoreboard is cropped so that I don't get a copyright claim, but you're seeing the stream at the exact minute of where I'm at. I hope I get to meet you. I've been watching you since elementary. Jesus. I appreciate that, but it does scare me that a percentage of my crowd is children. It's only a small, almost everybody is in the 20 to 30, and even more people are in the 40 and 50 than the under 18. But I do not want that. Who hit that shot? Was that Ant? No, that was Julius. Julius can't stop cooking. My last thought for this game was that Julius would be popping off and it would be everybody else for Minnesota that's struggling. That's kind of crazy. Is Luka going to do the ISO 3-point shot again with Rudy Gobert? He doesn't do it. He fucking hits it anyways. He hits it anyways. All right, just because you're cooking doesn't mean you take threes like that, Julius. Like, oh, it was a pass fake. I couldn't see from that angle. Yeah, he did a pass fake, and then Rudy Gobert just turned around. He does a pass fake to turn his head. Whenever Rudy has Gobert, or whenever Luka has Gobert on him, his vision goes red. Like, he just wants to attack that matchup anytime they can. Bing, bop, bing, bop, bam. Sorry, that overtook me. That was on the commercial. I've been saying that shit over and over ever since GNX, and it's so funny. If you ever meet me in person, I'm not the right person to meet in person. Like, I'm nobody's hero, but don't meet me and expect me to be a charismatic or talkative individual. The reality is I get all my yapping out in front of a camera, and then when I'm in public, especially with strangers, I'm just the most awkward person ever. So I just kind of have to get it. You just have to deal with it. You got tickets to the GNX tour. You know, when the tickets first went live, I didn't have any fucking money. It was a very bad financial period for me. But we've been doing good lately. Maybe that's how I treat myself. I don't know. Are there any fucking tickets left? Are you short? I don't know why people think this. I think it's just because I'm not a skinny guy, and a lot of tall guys are skinny guys, but I am a healthy 220 pounds at the height of 6'3". I am rather simply just a well-filled big dude. Rusty, you got Detroit upsetting the Knicks. I think Cade is the most underrated player in the league for how good he is. Seems like somebody isn't watching my YouTube videos because, yes, I had Detroit upsetting the Knicks, but also I wouldn't use the word upsetting for them. I think that was a close enough matchup. Yeah. Puerto Rican vegan musician socialist, after I point out my height, says just like Hassan. I would kill to be in Hassan's shape, but we're both built very similar in terms of our default state. However, he works out and is buff as hell. I fucking don't. Vando has 3 fouls. Did not catch that. I don't know what show is closest to Alabama. I don't live here. I don't live in Alabama. I did. I'm from Alabama. I have been to Alabama exactly one time after the year of 2012, and that was for a very special case. Otherwise, I don't want to fucking do it. Also, Hassan has an insane face card. What? I don't? You said that like I don't. What do you mean? I have a great face card. Rusty, keep the weight loss going. I appreciate it, but though I have lost a good amount of weight completely on my own, for the most part, Adderall has just helped a lot because it suppresses my appetite a little bit, and then also I just have a little bit more self-control. Also, that thing I mentioned about getting bored in the middle of eating, like, I can eat some boring-ass shit without not being willing to finish it just because it's boring. Watching the game from the reflection of your Curry jersey. Is it that good? I really hope they don't fucking get me on that. I'll look in a second. I hadn't considered that. Collab with Hassan. Please talk about Palestine and LeBron. I would love to see it. I think that would be very fun. And I think it would be extremely good for my career because I'd be able to find other left-leaning people who are like, obviously I'm sure he has a very low basketball watching audience, but there's enough of them that I think I could actually get to come over here and watch my shit. I was a twig as a kid because of Adderall. That sucks. Drugs work differently for different people. It's literally been like completely saving me. Is YouTube your main stream of income, or do you have a 9-to-5 job? If I had a fucking 9-to-5 job on top of this shit, I wouldn't see the sun, and there'd still be less content because I wouldn't be able to do it. You switched to Vyvanse because of it. Yeah, I hope it worked. I'm glad. I thought you were doing some anti-Adderall shit for just a second there. It's like the drugs you take for your mental health and brain function are very personal, but I like to be open about it just because it's helped me. That's all I can say. Is it is a thing that does work. Not necessarily for you, but it does work for some people. Rusty, at what point is Ja Morant considered overrated? He's been for a minute, but at this point I think he's starting to lose all the favor. The fact of the matter is, being a 6-foot guard, 6'3" guard who's not jacked and not a very good shooter, not a good shooter at all, it's very hard to be a really impactful superstar level player with those limitations. Is Rudy the behind the scenes guy with you full time? Yeah, dude. Rudy is a partial owner of Rusty Buckets. Like, this isn't I hire him and he's nice enough to stick around. This is a partnership, and he does a lot of the technical stuff that I don't want to do. I can do it. I'm very good at doing a lot of it, frankly, but it's too much time. I don't have enough time in the day to do that and watch the basketball and write the scripts, you know? So he does that. A lot of the stuff around the office, like taking care of putting shit in the right place. Like, he set up this stream setup for me because I was coming in the office, and it's just makes my quality of life doing this job a lot easier than if I was literally doing every single thing. When are we getting a video about the Thunder Grizzly series? Probably when it's like basically over. I think I will do a job specific video after game 4. Worker co-op, let's go. Indeed. And if you guys want me and Rudy to make more money, you can always join the Patreon, where we have a Discord where we chat with the people who join it. There's a lot of people making friendships in there and regularly having discussions. I pop in there as much as I can, but these guys carry it on their own, and I think that alone makes it worth it, especially if you're just looking for people to chat about basketball with. I've had a lot of good chats in there, and I'm very forthright about everything in there. Very communicative. Will we get more series previews? Yeah, just have to know when they're happening. Pretty much the moment that a series is pretty much guaranteed to happen, we immediately get on that shit and write it and put it out as quickly as possible. Or, like, we'll save it for after the buzzer. And I hate how I'm just becoming increasingly more and more anti-mid-range, but the reality is, like, if I'm the Lakers, Ant is a 30 whatever percent mid-range shooter this year. Go for it. Take that shot every possession, and I will cry tears of joy. That's the best case scenario. Memphis lost by less than 20 points. That's a W in my book. I actually thought the same exact thing. Whew. I want to roll up with you, Rusty. I'm going to assume you're talking about marijuana and not the other opportunity. What other thing that could possibly mean? What job would you be working if you weren't on YouTube? I mean, my dream job, more so than my actual career, my dream job is to be a filmmaker, to write and direct movies. But it's not a pipe dream, but it's fucking unlikely. So that one is the impractical answer. The practical answer is I like working with my hands. I've always had like an engineering acumen. I've always had a good taste for aesthetic stuff. So I would like to, if I had to, I'd be like a carpenter or like an interior designer. I'm actually very good at interior design. My apartment looks fucking sick, and it's why the set, I think, looks sick. Rusty 420 friendly, brother. Someone asked if I stopped smoking because I definitely talked about it in my update video launching the deep dive Rusty era. I slowed down, and I got a lot more of a grip on things, but still to a small degree or another most days, and then on weekends I just let it fly. On weekends I'm probably not sober most of the time. Life is too hard to be sober all the time. Would you make a channel based on film, like reviewing movies? I did make a channel that was intended as a film channel. However, only one video was a review, and I did two long form video essays about the Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us 2. I released the Last of Us 2 review soon after the game came out. The show is pretty good. Like the show's pretty good. I think they mostly have improved what the original source material is in the first 2 episodes. Rusty Rusty alcoholism friendly. I mean, no, don't be an alcoholic. That's not good, but I'm not going to be the one to tell you about it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that shit was solid. I like your film essays. I appreciate that. I would like to go back to it someday. I've told myself I'm going to do one this summer, that I'm going to take more advantage of not having games to react to, because that is something I haven't historically done a good job of. So, yeah, that's my goal, is to actually spend the extra content creation energy that I have on helping it. It helps that Joel is really hot. Yeah, but Joel's hot in both games. Joel's hot in the game, and Pedro Pascal is hot. Would, in case you were wondering, both ways. Scoot this over a little bit. I just realized how out of line this was. Alt tab. Cool. What do you mean Shea stinking it up so far? He's playing the Grizzlies. Shea isn't stinking it up. Shea doesn't have to fucking try. Like, people are making fun of Shea for his first 2 games. They can do that if they fucking want. Especially in the first game where he played really bad. If the Thunder can beat the dog shit out of a team that even remotely was considered in a contender conversation at any point in this year, like that, without him playing well, Jesus Christ, the Thunder are terrifying. That's a positive sign for them. Not a bad one. I just realized I'm hovering over the trash icon. Sorry about that. Oh, nice. Rudy Gobert jumped the pass to Luka. Steal and the fast break layup? What the fuck was that? His arch nemesis. Rudy's already having much more of a presence on this game than he did in the first. Austin's got that. Yep. Austin Reeves in the short mid-range is crazy. The Lakers are making a ton of tough shots. That's true, but so did the Timberwolves in the first game. Maybe not as high frequency, but a good amount. I don't think this game's about to be a blowout. I don't think that's true, but yeah. You can tell people are stupid when they think Rudy Gobert is a bad player. Rudy Gobert is not a bad player. He's a very good defensive player who has some defensive limitations, but people highlight those limitations as though that takes away from the overall good that he does. But his offense is so inept at times, especially in the last couple of years in his career. So that, like, his hands are so bad, his finishing when he has a real, like, even remotely sizable defender on him is not good. So that part sucks. Also, of course, he's not a spacer. He's a terrible playmaker. there are issues. He's not even really a lob target like that. Like, not the way that he used to be, that's for sure. So he's a good player. He is not a star anymore. And some people still act like he has that level of acumen, and he doesn't. Especially far from what he was in Utah. So there's reasons to be Gobert negative at this stage more than there were earlier in his career, but still a very good player. Rudy has no touch. Yeah, he is touch negative. I have very few players who are like star tier that are that inept in the touch department. Rudy Gobert has a GOAT case with his DPOIs. I pray you mean GOAT case as in like not the GOAT. Wow, great handle right there by Ant. A lot of patience. Is Rudy Gobert in the short roll? Good in the short roll? I don't think he's that good in the short roll in terms of his playmaking ability. Might not be as bad at it as he could be, but I don't think he's fucking good. Kuzma deserves to be in the least valuable player conversation after today. Well, that depends on what the word valuable means to you, because I think your value is reduced when you're overpaid. And while Kyle Kuzma is bad and definitely overpaid, he's not like stupidly overpaid. He's not like bad overpaid. KD solos Steph in a 1v1? Yeah. Zubats is a better playmaker, to be honest. Dude, it's night and day. Zubats is a way better playmaker than Rudy Gobert. I am not sure if I'm going to upload again before I sleep because of the because I kind of need to. I want to see if doing recaps, if they perform worse because of reactions. I might have to change up the formula for that reason. We'll see. Kuz may suck, but his fits look cool sometimes. Here's the problem with that, dude. His fits do look cool sometimes. He's such a fucking dork that I can't perceive him or anything that he says. Rusty, you watching Andor? It's anti-fascist art. It's funny you say that. I just finished episode 2 before I came to the office. I deleted YouTube from my phone because I was tired of just watching YouTube videos all the fucking time. And also, I use it as an excuse to just scroll elsewhere and listen to videos. So I've been watching Andor. First 2 episodes are good. Second episode it was fine. It's kind of just a more transitional episode, I feel, at least, because not a whole lot changed. Rusty buckets as well? And I love when Star Wars is good. It's so rare for Star Wars to be good. So when it is, I gotta appreciate it. Did you watch Severance? I know that Severance is great. I just haven't had the time. And that's a show that I want to be 100% locked in for, not even a second of hesitation. So I have not watched Severance. I will. It's number 1 on my list. I want to watch it with my girlfriend. Now is not the time because of the playoffs, but hopefully it will happen in the off season. You would love Arrested Development? I don't know. I've seen some clips. Whatever. That's Arrested Development's like sitcom, right? I have seen Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm not an Office guy. I can't do The Office because I just get secondhand embarrassment too much. Like I just simply can't handle Michael Scott being the most cringe person alive because I'm not just haha, look at that guy being cringe. Like I feel it in my bones. How far is Cade from superstardom? He is, I think it's been about how long since? It's been 4 months since the start of the year. Yeah, I think he's about 4 months in the past away from superstardom, and now he's here. Someone mentioned Barry. I have watched Barry. I fucking love Barry. Can I get some shit off real quick? I don't know if anybody cares, but I care. I love, and I mean love, Bill Hader. Bill Hader, top white boy, in my opinion. I love Bill Hader, and him making his own series that he writes and directs, and all of it is so good. I fucking love Barry. I do feel like the last 2 seasons of it are not as good because of this is a very minor spoiler, especially if you just don't know, but Barry's secret is out. His secret's out. Like, the people in his life know the thing that they're not supposed to know, and I found the element of him hiding the lives. I love a plot that's like we're balancing the lives, like these guys are living a double life. So as soon as you take the double life aspect out of it, that kind of sucks. That takes away from it a little bit, but it's still great afterwards. It does lose its comedic flavor over time, though, because it just gets darker and darker and darker. It ends on a satisfying note, though. I still appreciate it. I also love dramedy. Dramedy is my favorite thing. When you can balance humor and like actually good serious shit, that's so good. And it's very hard to do because there's a lot of attempts at dramedy. Dramedy, in fact, I would say is one of the more common types of movies now because of fucking Josh Wheaton and HBO. Like that is the prevailing vibe in the culture of writing because of his abundant influence. And the MCU can do an okay enough fucking job at that, but not as good as I would like. That's why I love Dexter. Dexter, the first 4 seasons, and that's all that it is my favorite, one of my favorite shows of all time. And I love the balance. I love the balance of the double life. And that show loses a lot of flavor when his sister finds out. I feel like there's just not a lot of ways to do the secret revealed plot in a good way if the foundation of the plot is the secret. Dexter season 6 is good. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I mean, is that the one where she finds out? I don't like when she finds out. That's the worst part of it for me. I just can't do it. Succession is also one on the list. I didn't watch Succession for a while. I still haven't, but the reason I didn't watch it was because I literally just saw like screenshots of it that just looked like it was an office It was just an office. I was like, this looks fucking boring. This doesn't look interesting at all. I don't like listening to office people bitch about office shit. I also I watched an episode and I just didn't get a great first impression because I'm not very good at watching shows where every character is a dick. It's really hard for me to get into a show where I can't really root for anybody. And in the first episode, almost everyone was a dick or didn't really make much of a positive impression. Season 7 was good with the gay hitman. I thought that was awesome. That's like the only good idea in the entire thing. I also think the Lumen arc, season 5, that was cool. I think they did okay at that, although it was kind of an important part to not just do okay, to do great, and they didn't do great. It's a family drama with an evil-ass dad. Yeah, no, I know. Have you seen Invincible? Brother, Invincible might be my favorite animated show ever made. Now, I can't say that I'm a super high-volume animated show watcher these days, but yes. Better Call Saul is also an amazing dramedy. Yes, Better Call Saul is one of my favorites. I'm still a Breaking Bad girly. Like, I understand that Breaking Bad is not... I think it's kind of like the default pick. It's kind of like the golden retriever of television shows. It's like, oh, yay, good for you. You found the most generic option possible. But, sorry, I ran out of breath. I don't know what I was saying. Have you ever seen BoJack Horseman? Well, that's the fun thing. I was talking about Better Call Saul. I do think Better Call Saul is Breaking Bad, but Breaking Bad is my favorite show. Not the same thing. I have seen BoJack Horseman 3 times. BoJack Horseman is currently my favorite animated show of all time. But after season 3 of Invincible, if they have another season that's great, then I can't really argue with it. Avatar: The Last Airbender is the other one. Like, Avatar and BoJack Horseman. That is the shit. You watched Better Call Saul before Breaking Bad. I have always been interested in that. There is a YouTuber called What's Therapy that I watch. He follows me back. That was cool because he watches my shit too. I love whenever a YouTuber that I find organically also likes my stuff. But he commented, he makes a bunch of videos about Better Call Saul, and he hadn't seen Breaking Bad before Better Call Saul. That was interesting as hell. That was all that I was like, God, I want to know what your perspective is like. I want to know what that actually is tangibly like, because just seeing it from then on is interesting. I've actually tried to do that experiment with Rudy where I want to watch Better Call Saul with Rudy and then Breaking Bad with him, where with my girlfriend I watched Breaking Bad first and then we're gonna watch Better Call Saul. It's I think it'd be interesting to see, but it's going to be a long fucking time till I can do that. Like, if Invincible is goated, season 4 is goated, it's my favorite. It's my goat. It's my favorite show, favorite animated show of all time. Thoughts on Adventure Time? I love Adventure Time. Very good. Big BMO stan over here. Also a big fan of Simon Petrikov. Simon Petrikov is my favorite. Have you seen The Last of Us? Are we... Man, do I need to talk about The Last of Us more? The Last of Us is the air that I breathe. The reason that I love storytelling and the reason that I love art in general, I think, is the first Last of Us game. Like, I played that when I was 13. Excuse me. It's the first game that I have seen, the first game that I have played that actually changed me, that I actually got a lot out of. It's my favorite game of all time, the first one, that is, and it's not close for me. I don't like when people say their art is the best art. The art that they love is the best art, because it's entirely subjective. There is no there is no greatest game of all time. There is no greatest movie of all time. There is movies that you like and movies that you don't, and games that you like and games that you don't, and there are things to critique about them and things to say about them. But when people act like a thing that is well loved is ass, that's stupid. It's not a good way of inputting with the world. It's a very hollow worldview. Did you watch The Boys? I watched the first 3 seasons. Season 3 I was fucking over it. I liked Soldier Boy a lot, but like the fact that it was another season of like, oh no, we got Homelander kind of bloody. Let's see if we can kill him next season. That shit got old. It'd be a lot more interesting if he just lost his powers and had to live his life as a regular person. I think that'd be much more of a punishment. Stop asking me to do an EDP collab. That's so fucking lame. Red Dead is the GOAT. That is... I'm trying to think. Is that my second favorite game? No, it's my third favorite game. I gotta go with Uncharted 4. But yeah. Season 4 of The Boys was kind of weird. Yeah. I do appreciate that they directly address the conservatives in a more hitting you over the head way, which is funny that even happened at all, because I already felt like they were hitting the conservatives over the head, but conservatives' media literacy is so bad that they can't even tell when they're being made fun of. But they can tell after you make it very, 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 very obvious. Yeah, so whatever. You said Red Dead 2 made me cry at the end. Brother, if you don't cry at the end of Red Dead 2, you aren't a human being. Like, actually seek help. Go to therapy. Like, you need maybe a facility of some kind even. Like, I think you need to be strapped down and have your brain looked at professionally by multiple professionals if you don't cry at the end of Red Dead 2. Which NBA players do you find attractive? Well, I thought about doing a video, like talking about that. I thought about it. The problem with that is a majority of the NBA is black, and there is a huge issue. Like there's no type of man that is more fetishized and what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of like let's talk about, I don't know how to describe this. Like, not, oh boy, that is not, I wasn't saying black people are not attractive. A lot of them are. I just don't want to sexualize them. I don't want to talk about it a lot. I don't want to be like, yeah, I would love to have sex with Kelly Oubre. Like, let's not do that. We don't need to do that. I don't think it's good. There's a lot of NBA players I find attractive, but it's not most of them. Most of them not. Most of them I do not care for. Like, I'm not really into masculine men typically. There's the occasional one that can get you, but I don't yeah. I feel like most normal people wouldn't look at it from that angle. Yeah, that's true, but most normal people are subconsciously a little bit racist and passively accept shit that they shouldn't passively accept. So it's just what you got to do. We got the game back. I've managed to yap through halftime. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough steam in me. Is Rusty gay? Rusty is bisexual. And the thing that I hate about that, being a bisexual man, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're actually gay. You're actually this. You're actually that. Like it sucks. Gay bi erasure is very real. And I love women so much. Women are the best. Women are way better than men. I am extremely what's the term I'm looking for? Like I'm the opposite. What's the male equivalent of a feminist, or not feminist? What am I looking for? Ugh, I don't know what I was saying. Especially when you're a bi dude with a girlfriend. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to women. I like women way more than men. I try to have women in my life as much as possible. I'm a sports guy who likes a lot of bro dude things, so misandrist. That's what I am. I am a misandrist. Egg? Oh shit. I was looking away at the perfectly wrong time. I'm actually going to jump back just a possession here. I will update it. There's a foul anyways. I just missed this play because I was looking elsewhere. Quarter 3. Yup. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh shit. There we go. Let me catch it up. Sorry. I said I was going to do that and I didn't. Damn. Favorite Doritos flavor goes back and forth between the standard Cool Ranch and taco. Taco flavored Doritos are hella underrated. Someone said egg. For those of you who are not initiated, egg is a term you say for like someone who is exhibiting signs of transness without acknowledging it or being aware of it, being in kind of some denial about it. I have 2 trans siblings. I have known multiple trans people outside of just my own family. I'm friends with multiple trans people, care about multiple, and I've been in a room where I was the only cis person of like 20 people. So I have looked inward on my gender as much as a person can, and I am aggressively a male person. I am aggressively a man. So many things about manhood I enjoy. I just am not like verbally or physically abusive. So I'm not very masculine, but I'm masculine enough to like want to protect people in my life. Like a lot of my care for the LGBTQ, beyond the fact that I am technically a part of it, is like I just have a very protective instinct when I see people in, dire straits. I can't help but stand up for them. So when people tell me I'm doing it for attention or clout or whatever, oh, I thought you might make that shit. That is it. Yeah. Trans people are cool, dude. Anybody who is that willing to sacrifice as many things as you do to be the person that you are, that is insanely admirable. That is insanely admirable. And I respect trans people so much because, like, truly, if I was, I don't know that I would have the strength to deal with it because I see the shit that they deal with and it's fucking awful. So there are so many consequences to being out. It sucks. But yeah. Rusty emulates masculinity better than every transphobe combined. Yeah, who's more masculine, do you think? Me or Ben Shapiro? Me or Ben Shapiro? The amount of fucking right-wing commentators who are goddamn lily-ass, sissy-ass bitches, like fucking dork-ass losers who have a weak-ass, effeminate-ass voice, and they're like, I miss when men were men. What about you, Ben? What about you, Ben? Why don't you be a fucking man? Woo! Oh, man. Austin Reeves. That was great. Ant's scoring the ball better in this game. I think it's just because he's seeing less, like, I think he's seeing less single coverage. So, like, when he has the opportunities, they're good enough opportunities. I'm on the left for sure, but isn't implying Ben Shapiro isn't manly kind of counterproductive? I mean, I don't care that he's not. I don't care that he's not manly. You don't have to be manly or like have overtly serious masculine traits in order to be a man. But if you're going to talk about masculinity all the time, if you're going to be the guy who cares about masculinity, you can't also be a fucking pussy. You can't also be a little bitch whose job is to whine about people doing shit that you don't approve of. Like, be the most feminine man who's ever lived. Go for it. I like femboys. I'm a huge femboy guy. I love them. Be a feminine man, please. I just don't be a feminine man and be like, where are all the real men? It's ridiculous. Being a real man is not about, like, making all the money in your house and having women be subject to you. Being a real man is about being a good person and then also having masculine traits. That's all that it's about. You cannot be saying that on my smart TV. What does that mean? How about be yourself? What are you talking about? Yeah. I think everybody should be themselves. There's a waste of time to do anything else. You're not going to be anyone else. You can try your fucking hardest. You're not going to stop being you. I click on the stream and I heard him say, I like femboys, let's go. Oh, is that what I said on your smart TV? My apologies. If you want a good male role model, look at Uncle Iroh. I mean, skip the genocidal murder and pillaging before Uncle Iroh, but still have the zenness, and you've got exactly what you're looking for. When does the Oblivion gameplay start? That's funny because my girlfriend's a big gamer, and she was like, as soon as I get home, I'm buying that game and I'm downloading it, and it's all that I'm fucking doing. And that's exactly what happened. I was like, all respect in the world, I would sink myself into it too. But yeah. Thank God my family doesn't speak English. It would be weird to explain I love femboys to them. No. Keep that part. The whole character is about redemption. You can't skip the genocide. Maybe redeem yourselves from like being kind of a dick. Like redeem yourself from being like verbally abusive. Don't redeem yourself from genocide. There's no doing that really. But we've only seen Uncle Iroh being awesome. Like he might be a war criminal, but he has bars. That's facts. Your arm hair is so evenly distributed. That I appreciate that. My chest hair is the exact same. I got I have exactly enough that I never have to trim anything because I'm not like actually ridiculously hairy. That's glass. Yep. Is there any team you're pulling for? I am pulling for the Lakers because people were mean to me after game one. That's all it takes. Also, I want the Lakers to win so that I can get more easy views out of them, frankly. All right. Nice. Great kick out. Needed that too. They're starting to close the gap. Do I have a reddish? Do you have reddish hair, or is my brain making that up because I think about Rust when I watch you? I have a little bit of red hair in my beard. That's about it. My beard has like 8 different colors in it, and then my hair is just the same. It's really something. Damn, bro. Yeah, I thought Minnesota was about to go on a run. Can't be a Pacers fan for just this postseason, dude. Hell no. Hell no. I'm gonna be really torn when it's win/if Warriors versus Thunder happens. That'll be hard. Do you miss your bald era? I was never bald. My hair was short. It's very funny to me when people make fun of my hairline because, like, I mean, my hairline might not be that great, but in terms of, like, balding, I objectively have great hair genetics. My entire family, long-term, great hair genetics. My dad's hair has, like, just started to thin, and he's in his mid-50s. That is remarkable. So I don't got to worry about balding on YouTube, thank God. Sorry, shout out to all my brothers who are dealing with male pattern baldness because it sucks. And I really do think it is something that is too casually made fun of. I'm not one to stand up for men ever, but you know, it's a little mean-spirited. It's not really necessary. I try not to. It is tempting when someone is you don't like. It is very tempting to go with the low blow, but I don't care for it. What was that femboy stuff about? Please let me know. I was clarifying that feminine men are great and that I wasn't judging a man for being feminine inherently. Rusty in his small hair era aimed for Jesse from Breaking Bad but hit Zubats. Yeah. No, Aaron Paul is the reason I had a buzz cut because I think he looks way better in the show. As soon as he gets a buzz cut, his aura goes up so much. Yeah. Being short, bald and short are two super awful things that men are made fun of for. Men suck, but those two are just genetics. Yeah, I mean, it's like men suck, so I'm not really fighting to the death to defend you here, but it does suck. I don't think it's good to make fun of that, Hey, handsome. I feel like the moment I told you guys I was bisexual, the fucking flirting in the comment section has at least doubled. I appreciate it because I am nothing if not vain. But it's interesting. I am taken. There's nothing you can do about it. Jason Siegel, fucking Paul Westhead in the building, everyone. Just heard Reggie Miller talk about the Minecraft movie. That's fucking funny. I'm non-binary, so don't make fun of me when I'm bald, dude. That's the thing, though. Non-binary can be anything you want. It can be anything. You can be bald and non-binary. Put some like makeup on that shit or something. Like that's do something cool with it. I appreciate that about non-binary people because you're gonna see some unconventional shit often. They don't inherently have androgyny, but non-binary people don't fuck around in terms of like their outfits. In my experience, it varies. Everyone's different, but just my experience alone, great fits. I'll play your girlfriend one-on-one. First to 11 gets you. That's funny. You would win, probably. Makeup on a bald spot is crazy. No, don't do that. Do it on a bald head, clean shaven. Put like a butterfly out of makeup on it, or like get a tattoo on your head. That's the one. Get a tattoo on your head. That's what I would do if I had to go bald. Rusty, I have a differential equations test tomorrow. Should I watch this game or study? What's a different what should you study? That's a great question, dude. I have a fucking fever dream about like my biggest like nightmare, reoccurring nightmare is I have to go to school. Like again, like I'm driving to college and I have to go. That is my hell. So I am not uh just just watch the game and then stay up all night or wait until you're certain the game's over. That's the move. Oh, that was funny. I was so sure the Lakers were going to win game 2. There's none of this that I'm shocked by. Hmm. What was your major, Rusty? I did a fucking um, liberal arts degree because I was going to try to be a filmmaker. I didn't do any of it. It doesn't matter what I chose. I never did any of it at all. I only took one class that wasn't just a standard like math, English, whatever. I was actually so bad at math in high school that I had to take like the college equivalent of like a remedial math class. That wasn't fun. And I didn't pass. I quit it. I was like, I'm just never doing math again in my life. Coaching wise, is JJ doing something good different this time? I mean, I don't know that there's that much different. Not really. It really just seems like shooting variance is most to blame. Like, uh, they're doubling Anthony Edwards more. That's it though. That's the only thing that I have noticed. There's small adjustments that I'm not smart enough to catch, like plenty of them. But in terms of the stuff that I can do, stuff that I can tell, all that I can really tell is that they're throwing doubles at Ant more. In game 1 I was perplexed by how little Anthony Edwards got doubled, cuz that's been like the way that he's been defended all year. Ironically, in terms of his own scoring, man, what a pick and roll. Offensive foul. Oh, shit. That's Randall's fourth. They're going to challenge. Julius Randall. D Mills one on one would feed families. We talked about it. I was in Chicago one time and we talked about it. I DM'd him about it, but there was never really an opportunity to make it happen. I think it would be interesting because if you want to get like an idea of how I play basketball, watch D Mills highlights. That's how I move. That's how I play. I love settling for jump shots. I'm a big guy. I love to hit post fadeaways. I love to take post fadeaways, and I'm pretty good at them. So that's like my shot. Like there's not a lot of things in basketball I am good at, but I can hit a post fadeaway. That is my favorite thing. Like I was literally just a Kobe stan as a kid, so it's all that I fucking practiced. Yes, D Mills from numbers on the board. What are your thoughts on the other games today? I haven't watched them. I usually, especially, I haven't watched the Thunder series at all. I gotta catch up on that. But oftentimes, I watch the games in the morning because it's just faster, and it also allows me to not go to bed at like 4 a.m. Are you 6'3" in shoes or without them? I am 6'3" in shoes, and I am 6'2.5" without them. I round up, so that's what I do. Do we already have a video of the crew playing ball? If not, we need that. I'm not sure who the crew is, but yeah. Which members of the Deep Three could you beat in a one-on-one? Well, based on the past, not Mojo. Actually, you're asking if there's footage of me playing. Go look at my 100K special. I played Muhammad in that game. We used to do a podcast together, and I was friends with him. So I was like, I'm coming to Atlanta, and we played for my 100K special, and he kicked my ass because he's way better than me. And my one-on-one game is really dependent on matchup. If I don't have a shorter, weaker defender, I am going to have a fucking problem. And Mo is only like 2 inches shorter than me. And I don't know how much he's kept up with his working out, but he was obsessed with working out at the time, and he was in amazing shape, and he's a way better athlete than me. So, yeah. That Randall, they overturned that Randall call. I didn't see that. I will hopefully learn how to balance looking at the game and looking at the chat enough. I think I could beat Isaac. I don't know how tall they are though. I don't know their height. I've never seen them play, so I couldn't say that. I couldn't tell you. Cool. Thank you. I wonder why Mo is more athletic than you. That's funny, Bennett, but you know, for all the stereotypes of white man can't jump, I fucking really cannot jump even a little bit. I also have a deviated septum, which makes me breathe way worse than I would otherwise. So I just fucking run out of breath. Like I can't maintain that. I have very poor stamina for that reason. It sucks. I'm hopefully going to get surgery on my deviated septum at some point. And I will probably sound different, look different, and have way more energy. It's just finding the right time. And of course, American health care means, do I have enough money for it? How often do you play basketball in your free time? That happens. I go through phases. Like sometimes I do it a lot. Like I literally 2-3 times a week, and sometimes I go a couple of months without it. It's just I kind of have seasons of playing basketball a lot. It's the best way for me to stay in shape. It's usually just whenever I'm like, all right, I've put on 5 pounds. Let's tighten up for a little bit here. Collab with Nerd Sesh. I have been on the Nerd Sesh podcast. Post-surgery, Rusty Bucket's about to be Luka Doncic. Rusty, how do you get invested in the NBA when your team has always been bad? New team. If that's not an option, I don't know what to tell you, brother. I get more enjoyment out of watching the NBA than my own team, and that was true when they were pretty good in 2021 or 20. 21-22 season, right? That was the Lonzo DeMar first year. Even when they were good, I still enjoyed watching the league as a whole. Got more overall satisfaction out of that than I did. Just like I could not live just watching one team. Good lob. Love the mask look for Rui. Can I touch the rim at least? No, I can't. I get real close, but I can't get there. I also have a short wingspan. Makes it even worse. My wingspan's 6'10", despite the fact that I am 6'3". My arms are 2.5 inches shorter than they're supposed to be. Giddey clears Caruso. In the box score, you know, if you're looking for some fantasy basketball, 100%. If we're talking about impacting the game of basketball to win at the highest level, no. Nice. Dude, Rui has been in the right place at the right time so many times. Can you shoot with your shorter wingspan? Yeah, I have a pretty good jumper. My jumper is pretty good. That's basically the only thing I have. I'm a decent defender when I try. I cannot dribble. I'm just a whatever finisher. I have a decent hook shot. I can hit that every once in a while. But hook shots are basically the only thing I do around the rim consistently. And post-ups in the middle is what I do. I play like Cavs Anton Jamison. That's what I go for. Desmond Bane type build. No, Desmond Bane makes it worse. Desmond Bane makes it worse by having those yoked-ass arms. Oh, wow. That's a really clean look. Rusty's a good scorer on a bad team. Well, no. Because Anton Jamison was on the Cavs in 2010, and the 2010 Cavs weren't a bad team. I'm very capable of being an incredibly disappointing second option for a really good player who gets by on the merit of me being a 17 point per game type of guy. Another comparison I have made historically is like earlier in his career, Danilo Gallinari before, other than Gallo was way more athletic, obviously, but just like he had a real mid-range game. He's like managed to live on the merit of his jumper and being a tall, big guy who could shoot really well, but nothing else really. Not a big ball handler, none of that. D'Lo's strongest soldier is here, everybody. The star of Little Rusty Buckets. Thoughts on Shannon Sharpe? I haven't looked into what that's all about. I think I'm good. Unless, like, for some reason I need to. Hit us with one of your hot takes. What do you got? Trying to think. Because I had some earlier. I said this earlier. I think the writing of The Last of Us Part 2, the show, has been better than the game so far. I don't know if that's that hot of a take. I'm not a big like hot take guy beyond politics and basketball because I'm just a big let people enjoy things guy as long as it's not harmful. Do a 1v1 and go skin. You're a sick fuck. I'm never letting y'all see my chest or my stomach unless I get in good shape, which, yeah, maybe. What do you think about the Nets going for Giannis and what happens if they do? I mean, I think they got a good core of role players there for him. It's just like, how many of them are they going to have to trade to do it? Like, it would have to be the approach of like, look, we don't have a lot to offer you right now, but as a franchise, we're going to do everything in our power to move heaven and earth to get you to work. But I don't know. I think they keep giving Luka the Gobert switch because it hasn't been awful. There's been a couple of possessions that went bad for sure, but they also like Luka tends to look at that mismatch and just go, well, I guess I'm shooting the ball now. And I think it's gotten better. I think it's gotten better as the game's gone along. Off topic, why don't you think VORP is used more? Jokic would be the MVP this year if people didn't care about it. Because it's an incredibly... it is not a... there's no advanced stat that is all-encompassing. There's not many advanced stats that are actually good to draw real conclusions off of. PR is definitely not a good one. Like, I remember arguing with someone on Twitter who genuinely thought Nikola Vucevic was a better player than Kevin Durant because of his PER. I think I might bring some guests on here. I need some people who can talk besides for me because I can already feel myself burning out. Who is the GOAT of NBA YouTube? You're looking at him, buddy. You're looking at him. It depends. Everyone brings their own thing. Personality, just not being like a film guy at all. I go Kenny. If you want film breakdown stuff, Alex Hoops is the GOAT to me. I have a lot of personal bias, though, because I love Alex. He's a good friend of mine. Went to the man's wedding. There you go, Nas. Oh! That's a goaltend, bro. Bro, Jackson Hayes is bad. Yeah, that's on its way down. Jackson Hayes is so bad. Jackson Hayes just shouldn't play in this series. I just don't think there's any real need to. Damn. Jackson Hayes isn't bad. He just isn't a starter. No, Jackson Hayes is bad. Jackson Hayes can be a backup center. He's better suited as your third string center. Jackson Hayes is incredibly out of his depth as a starting center, but he was never a particularly good NBA player. Curious, are you going to cover Heat versus Cavs or not? I'm probably only going to talk about it if the Heat give a good game. Shout out to Ty Jerome, though, the real star of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Damn, I'm tired. There was like 2 weeks where Jax looked great. Yeah, there's plenty of context in which players can look great in the regular season, but it's very easy. It's not very easy, but if you know what you're looking for, there are signs for what will look different in the postseason. And Hayes having zero touch and not very many good defensive instincts. Yeah, he's not. It's not going to happen. Dude. Oh, tough break. The Lakers are doing a way better job of getting Minnesota's defense in rotation. Bro, every time the Timberwolves try to cut it to 3, it's like guarantee, or cut it to 10 rather, it's a guarantee they're going to miss. They have not been able to get past like 13 or 12. When is Coach Pop retiring, bro? That is not the right question to ask in the moment. Who gives a shit about him retiring from coaching? Obviously, that's around the corner, man. Okay, nah. Fuck, I'm tired. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. I know Mark would have been better than Jackson right now, but they overpaid in that deal. I agree. I think the Mark Williams trade being reversed will be a blessing in disguise for the Lakers. It just isn't for now. Like right now, it would be nice to have Mark Williams, but in this offseason, when they likely get a big man who's better, or at least a big man who will be healthy and is on that tier, then the Lakers next year will be so much better. But you could argue like LeBron's 40. Let's go for it all right now and go for it like right now. But like truly, I don't think it's going to happen this year. Like, it's just not the right time. But if they retool well enough in the offseason, it is a real possibility. I don't really love the Claxton idea because he's a good rim finisher, you know. But I would just like a little bit more true like lob threat shit. Like he's a good lob threat, he's just not a great one. So I would really like them to get a great one. Man, now nobody can make a shot. You should have just taken that, brother. It didn't hit the rim. Well, that was really close to hitting the rim. No good. I don't think they're going to get it to under 10. That's a clean ass look. I don't know if I would have done that dribble. You should have just shot it in the flow, LeBron. Ah, that sucks. Bro, Austin must have thought that was 2013 LeBron. What the hell was that? That was a tough pass and catch. Damn. They finally got one. Fuck. I need to get some sleep. My last like 5 days, I have gotten maybe 5 or 6 hours of sleep on average. Gotta catch up on that shit because I'm so fucking tired. You've been doing this the whole series, never got any notifications? No, we're doing this for the first time. I'm just curious to see. I just wanted to see how it would do. So, I don't know. How's it doing, guys? How do you feel? How have you been enjoying this experience? Have I been doing a good job? I have no idea. I typically don't think my skill set is live streams. You haven't been uploading a lot, to be honest. I definitely have been short of my upload goals, but to be honest, I just set ridiculous expectations. Every single year, I get overly ambitious about how much of the playoffs I can cover, but the fact of the matter is, doing 8 playoff series in-depth coverages as they're going on, it's just not doable. It's just too much shit. Got to get Rudy in here. Rudy doesn't like being on camera. There's a reason he's the behind the camera guy. I love being on camera. I love attention. Rusty, you have an S tier voice. I appreciate that a lot. I think I have the right amount of gravel and depth without sounding like I'm fucking that guy who plays Ron, the other one in Parks and Rec. Motown Noah as a guest? Yeah, I think I'm going to try and get that going for the next Pistons Knicks game, but it's not guaranteed. Sam Elliott, that's his name. Thank you, Sam Elliott. I knew vaguely what his name was, so I just said it. He also plays the Otis's dad in Barnyard, and just has an insanely hard scene where he plays a guitar while he's singing a song called "I Won't Back Down" while he's kicking these wolves, the coyotes' asses. Just like the most hard scene in the middle of a ridiculous movie. I regularly look it up. It's so good because his voice is so great. Sam Elliott's voice is so sick. I'm gonna text Nick right now asking how he feels about possibly streaming. God, LeBron. Ugh. Y'all better not fucking blow this. That will be embarrassing. There's no way you're stopping that. There you go. There you go. I don't know why the Lakers aren't more of a fast break team. Like they're known for like the touchdown passes and shit. That's Randall's fifth. That's not a flagrant act. That's ridiculous. He did hit him in the face. I don't know why you guys are acting like one person acting like he flopped. Lakers blowing it would be fantastic content for you. For one video, it would be good for a video. I'm trying to get multiple Lakers videos off, thank you. I can't wait to see people claim the Lakers won this game because of the refs. It's a classic line to hit. It is crazy how much Rudy has defended Luka in single coverage. And he's not done a bad job. Like I can't think of a game where he ended up on Luka one-on-one this much and it went well. Oh, not quite, Rudy. Not quite. I appreciate that they are mismatch hunting more, even if it hasn't gone well. Do you think they're putting him on Luka on purpose? Well, he's not the initial matchup, but they're clearly okay with the switch. If they weren't okay with the switch, it wouldn't be happening as often as it is. So clearly, there is something in the scheme where they're like, let Luka try and isolate against Rudy. He'll probably take a bad enough shot oftentimes that will do okay, and they have done okay. But also, yes, Luka hasn't scored on Rudy Gobert on the switch a lot of the times. However, the defense has gone in rotation because of this a handful of times. Like, there has been a lot of open shots generated by the Lakers just because Rudy was put in a bad position. This is probably the best playoff performance of Julius Randle's career. I know the bar is in hell, but I mean, not even it's gotta be because he's been better than Game 1. And Game 1 was probably the best playoff game of his career, and the best playoff game of his career, he still had 7 fucking turnovers. So this is better. Scoring more, and as far as I'm aware, he doesn't have 7 turnovers. I could be mistaken. You're about to get a 3 in the key, bro. They probably should have called it. Yeah, you're just not there. There was a possession where Luka was trying to get Rudy on the switch, but him and Nickeil Alexander-Walker kept pre-switching, so they couldn't get it. Yeah, I mean they have targeted him aggressively, and I respect it. That's another thing. Someone asked earlier, what has JJ adjusted? They definitely made the mismatch attacking more of a point of emphasis. I wish they would punish Mike Conley more. That's the only thing that I would say. Like they could definitely make Mike pay for being the smallest player on the court other than Gabe Vincent, and they really don't. God, I really like Matthew McConaughey, but I keep seeing him do these fucking AI ads, and it makes me not like him. Wait, what? Am I not live? Hello? Am I here? Did my shit turn off? Am I stupid? No, I'm good. I don't know why I thought that. I've been saying the same thing, Rusty. What have you been saying? I don't know what I just said. You have to be clear about that. I don't remember anything that I say. Rusty, can I get a hello? What's up? Yeah, what am I saying? Never mind. My YouTube where I have the chat pulled up lagged a lot, so I was like, did it just turn off? Let's gaslight him. I don't think there's a way for you to gaslight him. I don't think it would gaslight him. I don't think there's a way to gaslight me by saying things, because if I asked, is the stream down, well, you wouldn't be able to answer it. Oh, the Lakers attacking Mike Conley. Yeah, they need to do it more. I'm surprised with how big their guards are. They haven't done that more. Punish Mike Conley is truly a sentence out of context. Yeah, my bad. Unfortunately, when the series goes to Minnesota, the Wolves will be playing 5-on-8. Don't do that shit, man. Be a fucking adult, and if your team loses, fucking deal with it. I'm so tired of hearing this after every single game. Conley has only played 20 minutes. He hasn't been out there a ton. Yeah, he's only played 20 minutes because he is a mismatch that can be attacked. But 20 minutes is 20 minutes where they should be trying to do that. And that's a lot of the fucking game. What was the best game today? This game is already the best game today. It wasn't really much fucking competition. But like I said, I haven't watched them, so maybe that's not true. But I'm willing to bet that this game's better than the Timberwolves game, or not the Timberwolves game, Ooh, great layup by LeBron. The Pacers-Bucks game was what I meant. And I know for a fact the Grizzlies-Thunder game wasn't better. Why is everyone on Twitter acting like Dalton Connect is in prison? Are they doing that? I don't know why. Dalton Connect shouldn't be in this rotation. It's completely reasonable. I was pretty certain he was not going to be in the rotation in the playoffs. That's like not surprising at all. Brother, pay attention. Reeves, stop. He's not like that anymore. Not on alley-oops. Stop fucking doing this. let this be a lesson. If there's any Minnesota Timberwolves fans in the audience watching this, and I'm sorry, most of you are probably nice, but everyone's rude all the time whenever a playoff prediction happens and the game one goes against that prediction. It happens all the time. Don't do that. Don't start talking shit after one game. It's silly. It's not good for anyone. You will look dumb if you are like, you fucking idiot, you picked the Lakers to win this series? Yeah, and it doesn't change after a game. That's not how it fucking works, and it's crazy how many people talk about like game to game like the game that was just played decides the fucking series. There's momentum, and the Lakers are too good of a regular season to just fold like this. Let's go. All right. Yeah, that was Rusty. This doesn't change the fact that you must have your Discord server members be guests in a video. I'll think about it for me, maybe a live stream. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do this again because I am very tired, more so than I would be. We'll see. But I had a fun time. I like chatting with you guys, and I don't know. We'll see. I think I will do Pistons Knicks game 3. I will have Nick on the show if he is up for it, of course, because fun little insight into Nick. Not an easy man to get a hold of all the time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Fun ass time. I enjoyed the hell out of this. I hope you did too. And hopefully I can do it a little bit more in the future. If you'd like to see more, just drop a like. Tell me in the comments on the VOD. Appreciate it.